This is an introduction to the database management in HarrySite. The database management in HarrySite is mainly done through this tab, the database tab in the Site Manager task pane. There is an array of buttons over here. The update button updates the document if there is a reference that has been modified and it has been cited in the document, changes will be made to that reference. And it also updates the database. For example, if some reference is missing in the database that has been cited in the document, that reference will be added to the database. The add button adds a free text reference. So for example, you have some book reference that you want to type in yourself, you can just do a free text entry. Any new reference will be highlighted by orange, and the currently selected reference will be highlighted by green on top of that. So we clear the highlight. Once a new reference is added or any change is made in the database, the save reference button turns orange, which means that the database that you are seeing over here is not the state it is on the hard drive. So once we can press the save reference button and it saves this database on the hard drive, and when we press the load button, it loads it from the hard drive. The name of the database on the hard drive, the database is basically is a text file on the hard drive, and its name is the same as the name of your document, and its folder is the same as the folder of your document. The only difference is it is a text file. So for example, this has been saved as insert here text, which is the same name as my document, and this is what goes in the text file. You can see it here. So now for example, let's add some more references here. We go to the PubMed. I already did some search, so it is showing up here. I randomly select and copy a bunch of references to my database, and the new references are highlighted with orange color. I clear the highlight. Now these buttons in the second row, they help us organize or sort the references while we are using them in the screen. So this is to sort them by index number, and the index number is basically the number that is used for citing them in the document. For example, this reference number 1 is the one over here, so it's easy to find out which reference is where in the database or in the document. And this is to sort it by author names, and this is to sort it by the year of publication, ascending or descending. This is the heading. So if you have a bunch of references, like 100 200 references, it becomes confusing to organize them, so we can categorize them into headings. So for example, we want to categorize these references as original, so we open it in the ref manager by double clicking it, and then go to the heading and type original, and then save it. Now we refresh this database list by pressing the refresh button, and then we can see that this reference is now categorized as original. We remove the other references categorized as original and categorize them as original. This button turns orange. We save it again to ensure that the database on the hard drive is in the same form as we are seeing it over here. And we can rename this whole category as new by right click, change the name and rename. Now we want to one more thing. We can see that there are small icons appearing over here. This is to show and hide these icons. This is a small globe actually. it basically indicates that there is a PubMed ID associated with these references. This is the reference which we typed ourselves. There is no PubMed ID to that. I can show you over here. It shows the PubMed ID over here, and there is no PubMed ID over here. So when I You can use them to open them on the web page. To open, you can it open it on my browser on the other screen. If I can click over here and say open in the task pane, and it opens in a small browser over here. And so you can download the PDF also, and a separate icon appears over here. You can search. Oh, you can if you want to see more lines, you can go into the lines, and now you can see the complete reference over here. You can also do double lines, or you can stay with a single line, and you can collapse or uncollapse a particular heading. You can search a particular reference over here, for example 1959. It looks into the whole reference. You can type in your custom notes and search it by your notes, for example my reference. So there are a bunch of options to manage, and I think I have covered most of them.